Hey YouTube, this is me again, coming back with another video. I just want to say this, and how you take it is how you take it. 'Cause like I said, every time I come back with these messages, I'm always told you can't spend time worrying about what mankind think, because if mankind knew what it was doing, you'd already be back in heaven. So you obviously don't. This is why these messages keep being necessary. So anyway, the question is to the religious community. And I do mean Muslims, Christians, Catholic, somewhat Buddhist, somewhat Confucianism, a lot of y'all. Okay. If you happen to, make it to heaven and you get in there, this is for the religious community. And a lot of y'all been on earth so long that you're used to church and Bible and prayer and all that worship stuff. You get to heaven and then you see there's no religion up there. The stuff you became used to after so long. Would you still want to go in there, knowing that stuff you're used to is not in there? The whole prayer, tithing thing, going to different church events and stuff like that, if none of that's up there, would you want to go in there? If you was a racist of any creed and you get to heaven and you see the race that happens to be in there is one you don't like, would you still go in there? Or because of your human ignorance, would you risk your eternity in paradise for your ignorance from earth? Let me say it again. Would you risk your eternal paradise in heaven for your or from your ignorance from earth? Would you do it? Now, if your Savior wasn't what you assume that he is, would you still follow him? Like, for example, y'all hate the gay community. Well, what if was Or what if he's white and you're a racist black person? What if he's black and you're a racist white person? What if you get to heaven and discover God's white? What if you get to heaven and discover God is black? What if you get there and you don't see that there is a God? Then how you gonna feel? That's just a question to y'all. Because a lot of y'all say, oh, you want to go to where Jesus is. Oh, you can't wait to get to paradise. Okay, well, let me just say this too. You do realize going to where he is requires you to die or pass away, right? And there's a lot of people that claim they want to go, but they don't want to die or pass away. Here's one thing you need to understand. In order for you to leave this life, you got to leave this body. And a lot of people don't want to leave this body because they don't want to leave behind the stuff that they're used to, which is like material stuff like cars, houses, women, pussy, jewelry, good dick, a nice house, comfortable living, money, fame, status, awards, all that shit. And just a little known fact. The reason why so many people strive to have a good life now is because they think when they pass, they're not going to heaven. That's why a lot of people want that fast life now, because they assume the life that they live, there's not going to be a heaven that they're going to. Or, for example, rich people. There's a lot of rich people who got mansions and big cars and nice houses because they don't technically believe there's a heaven that they're going to, so they're trying to get their heaven now, so when they pass and they don't make it in, at least they can say, I had a good life on earth. That's personally why they're doing that. So if you ever wonder why some people seek to be rich so bad, it's because they feel like once they pass, either they ain't getting in heaven or there won't be one. Yeah. And don't hate them for it, because that's a personal thing in their life. Some people hustle hard to make a life so that they ain't got to struggle like the stuff they had to deal with in their past. And they don't want their children struggling from the stuff, or their family members struggling from the stuff that they had to deal with in their life. So, just so you understand, That's why. And I'm going to tell you again, like I said before, don't let the imagery fool you of life, because there's a lot of people who fear passing away because they don't want to lose this earthly living. But the thing people need to remember is this is material. Even if you don't leave it, it will eventually leave you. So you can try to stay on this earth as long as you want and keep the shit you got as long as you want. But in the end, either you're going to die on it or it's going to die on you. You're going to corrode and decay on it or it's going to corrode and decay on you. Your house may burn down. You might get into a car crash. Your car might get stolen. Your jewelry might get robbed off you. Your money might get somehow taken from you. Your bad bitch of a wife might cheat on you. Your real wife, who knows, she may end up catching something that she can't cure. Then something happened to her. Now you're like, oh shit. Because to be honest with you, the only real reason a man wants anything nice is because he's trying to attract a woman. You say that ain't the truth? Yeah, it is. How do I know? Because the dick aims to please the pussy. It ain't the other way around. Men are givers, women are receivers. That's why the pussy go in, dick come out. Anything a man gives a woman, she accepts it with open arms. If a woman tries to give something to a man, he don't want it. That's a thing called pride. Man, a lot of men got that shit. I'm supposed to be the provider, not you. That's not your job. But to be honest with you, since time is changing, y'all might want to learn how to adapt to that shit. But yeah, anyway, that's pretty much all I had to say about that one. And oh yeah, also, humanity needs to start doing better because there's species outside the universe that's been around before man got here. And they're watching the shit that humanity is doing. And their words alone. Y'all humans keep fucking up and kill each other off, die slowly, and then eventually when all y'all kill each other off and die, we're gonna come to Earth and we're gonna make it what it should have been. A fucking paradise. That's what God put y'all in the first time when y'all fucked it up. So all we're doing is waiting for y'all to wipe each other out. Then we're coming to make that earth what it should have been in the first place. And oh yeah, Lucifer's words to the church. To the whole world, mostly the church. I don't know why y'all fake and pretend like y'all love God, because you know damn well you don't. Whole lot of y'all going to church in vain because a lot of y'all fake motherfuckers might not even make it in heaven like y'all assume you will. So all that phony ass religious bullshit you're doing, just know it ain't fooling nobody except the people who don't know you. And God can see it very clear and plain that you're fake. So, and oh yeah, one more thing. Doesn't matter, and these are words from him again. Doesn't matter how many books or Bibles you read, how many times you pray, how many times you tithe, how many times you go to church, how many ministries you're a part of. And stop trying to assume because you make your church title extremely long, it's going to get you in heaven. Oh, we're the Greater Mount Zion AME Missionary 6 Episcopal Baptist fucking alligator swimsuit, Ocean City, Maryland, New York Raiders, Cross, Calvary, Donkey, Horse City Shoe, some other shit, church or so-and-so. I hope you do realize the longer the title is on your church does not mean God's looking at it anymore. Doesn't mean God's looking at it any more than he's looking at anything else. Just because the title of your church is long don't mean your wait to get in heaven's gonna be short. It don't mean that. So all this making my church's name longer, trying to build a bigger church, trying to get a bigger cross, trying to make it neon, trying to make it float, trying to get a fucking board to make it float. At the end of the day, if your heart's not true and your word ain't true, all that shit's for nothing, really. Jesus didn't do none of that shit and y'all doing it. Come on, man. Make some sense. Make some goddamn sense. Seriously. And what's the other thing? Oh, yeah. To all y'all so-called pastors and stuff, and these are Lucy's words again, I don't care how many parades you throw, how well you can teach the word or whatever. Y'all giving credit to a bunch of liars. And by liars, I mean pastors. And by giving credit, I mean congregation. Y'all giving credit to liars. And I don't care if you went to a seminary, you got a degree or whatever. If it takes a degree to prove how intelligent you are, you're very stupid. Because nobody God made needs paper to prove they know some shit. Either you know it or you goddamn don't. And another thing is, you think because you can quote the word better or worse, it matters. No, only thing I'm saying is you're either a better or a worse liar, but you're both a goddamn liar. One of y'all is just a better liar, and one of y'all is a worse liar. Teaching the same damn lie to a convinced crowd of people that have been brainwashed in slavery to believe in some shit that ain't true. Anyway, hell yeah, stop saying Jesus died for your sin, because he didn't. He forgave it. He didn't die to take it away. He came here to forgive it, not take it away. Because if that was the case, then why is that shit still on earth, and why do people still do fucked up shit to each other? Think about that. Peace.